Hello everyone. In this video, I want to share a couple YouTube channels with you guys and then share something else with you. It's called the Plan B of Dog Culture. So here we are at Diary of a CEO. This is the first one I want to share with you guys. He's interviewing Robert Greene. So don't be too scared of the title about manipulation. This guy's talking about how we manipulate ourselves and delude ourselves. And he calls it Plan B. So he's talking about if you're going to do something, but you're constantly having like a plan B, then you're not going to do it very good, and you're basically setting yourself up for failure. So I'll just play a little part of it to kind of give everybody a primer on what he's talking about.
Where you feel like, so he's going into podcasting. And if you go in with the attitude, well, if I fail, I'll just go scurrying back to Stanford. That's a recipe for failure in itself already. Your attitude is already half-assed. You're already half into it. You go to yourself, I'm cutting my ties at Stanford. If this podcast doesn't work, I'm not going back. It gives you the energy, the motivation, the desire to actually make it successful. But if you're always going through life kind of with half measures, going, well, if I start this business and it fails, I'll go back to living with my parents and I'll do this other job. You're not going to put your full energy into it. You're not going to give all of yourself into it, and it's probably going to fail.
So dog culture is all about creating relationships with dogs and not humans. And dog owners always use their dog as a plan B. Like, well, I can just go home and drink. If stuff doesn't go good, I'll just go pet my dog. I don't want to deal with humans. My dog is more better behaved than your kid, and all of those type of sayings that you hear with the dog culture all the time. People want to raise children, but they'll say, "No, well, I'll just get a dog instead." Dogs are this constant plan B, which means putting relationships together as a human, it's not going to be as good when we constantly have this plan B. It's like, well, I'll just go home and pet my dog. I'll just get a dog. Oh, I'm not going to get a man. I'll just get a dog. I'm not going to get a wife. I'll just get a dog. The dog is always the plan B. A good example of this is millennials. Like, millennials all of a sudden were the first ones to just spend tons and tons of money on their pets. Millennials are picking pets over people. Millennials choose their rental houses and their houses that they buy for the convenience of dogs. Here's a video from Kevin Samuels. This is my second shout out. 9 problems with dating single dog moms. And these problems could be the same thing with fur daddies or whatever. But he interviews a lady in this long video, and basically the dog is just like her fallback. If anything goes wrong on the date, if plans need to be changed, she can always just say, well, my dog needs this. Well, we can't go do this because I got to go home for the dog. If the guy isn't giving her perfect vibes and she's not getting, everything she needs immediately, she can just, open up her phone and be like, oh, Fluffy, oh, the Ring camera shows Fluffy knocking the toaster oven off. I got to run away. So as humans, we're constantly using these dogs as this plan B, this like, uh, I'm not. I don't have enough mental energy to bounce back after a divorce. I don't have enough mental energy to go. Like, I went to the park the other day with my dog, and somebody got upset that the dog was barking at them. These darn humans, I'll just get in my truck and pet on my dog, and I'll be like, see, Fluffy, see, dogs are better. Dogs are a constant plan B for proper human relationships. And what that means is human relationships are just going to be half ass. And then it becomes a self fulfilling prophecy. Because then these dog owners go home and what do they say? You see, humans are so crappy. Yet they refuse to actually dive in and really put that solid effort into relationships with humans. And part of the reason is because of, just watch this video. You guys probably kind of know what I'm talking about. But he has lots of great examples on how we basically manipulate ourselves into doing crappy. And this is exactly what goes on with dog culture. We manipulate ourselves and trick ourselves into thinking, oh my God, a dog relationship is just so much better. I'll just go get a dog. And I don't need to worry about doing stuff with my humans and stuff. Oh, that's not a big deal. And so that's how we trick ourselves into being shitty to each other because the dog is that plan B. I'll share one more video from you guys with Kevin Samuels, and I'll actually play part of this clip. So in this video, Kevin Samuels is talking to a lady that he calls high value, like successful, has money, but she's not happy. She wants to find a decent man. And watch how this goes right here.
Those were hers.
Oops. Sorry about that.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
So as soon as she gets on the microphone, her dogs are throwing a fit in the background. Now he has a little dog button on there that he actually uses to make fun of people, but that was all her dogs in the background there.
Those were hers.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, you a PhD?
No.
I'm a PhD.
How many dogs you got?
One.
Really?
One. He says, really? There's like 2 or 3 dogs barking in the background.
I'm sorry?
What kind of dog is it?
He's a cane corso.
He's a what?
A cane corso.
What is that in English?
It's a larger dog, and their breed is meant for guarding and protecting. They're very protective of their home and their family.
Okay, so what's your disagreement?
So she's talking about her dog as the protector of the home and the family. She can get that by finding herself a proper man. So again, there's that plan B thing. Well, I don't need a man. I don't need humans to take care of me. I'll just get this family protector dog. Wrong. Those dogs are not protectors. They're just a product that you get in your house that you have to pay for.
Honestly, I don't have a disagreement. I just came in here because...
Okay, enough of that. The dog is barking the whole time. This lady has an appointment to talk to this guy, but she can't even put her dogs in another room or put a shock collar on them. So how can she hang out with a man and develop a relationship when she can't even have a live chat with this guy that she had an appointment with? So that has been your channel shout out for Kevin Samuels and the Diary of a CEO. Check those out. The whole concept that I'm talking about with the plan B, Robert Greene in this interview talks about it. And then if you go out and look at dog culture, you see it everywhere. And one of the most relatable examples is Kevin Samuels when he talks to these people, these women, and they have all these dogs, but yet they're so uptight, self-righteous. They're so like, I gotta have a man that is like so perfect, but yet their life is full of these drama dogs that they fall back on. Like, that's the plan B. And many of these women that he talks to, they have 3 or 4 kids from 3 or 4 guys. They got plenty of money, they're successful, but they're not happy. That's the human relationship that they need. So they've already been with 3 men and given themselves, had children with these men. But it's like Kevin Samuel says, they didn't actually dive in full steam and just say, look, I'm going to make you my husband and we're going to grow and challenge together. And part of the reason is these women, they can just fall back on their houses and apartments full of cane corsos and everything else. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked this one and found it interesting. See you in the comments and see you in the next video. Later.